who've not found the will or the strength or the power from within to speak. And I believe silence kills you. I believe it crushes your femininity. I believe it stunts your growth as the awesome, wonderful woman that you were created to be. So many have gone before me on this track, and I am just following in their footsteps. I am giving voice to a thing that should have as loud of a voice as causes like fighting HIV, getting your yearly breast exam because cancer kills. You know, silence kills, and silence wrapped around abuse puts a noose around your neck, and slowly over time it chokes the life out of you. And the thing is, it doesn't parade itself as such. It doesn't necessarily look like a woman with a needle in her arm shooting up in back alleys. It very much looks like the corporate American woman with the beautiful hairstyle and the lashes and the lip gloss and the Mercedes-Benz, and her life looks altogether lovely. But only she knows what she wrestles with when she goes to sleep at night, because that spirit of molestation, incest, rape, abuse, it masquerades itself to look so different. So everybody's story may not have played out the way that mine did. But I sit here today with my head held high, with my shoulders squared back, to encourage you that you do not have to sit in a place of shame. You do not have to sit as one who is dirty and feels that she can never come clean. Because I know what it's like to try to rinse that stuff off of you. I know what it's like after a hard night's work at the club and whatever I felt I had to do after hours to come home to my own shower and try to rinse away every nasty, dirty dollar. It doesn't happen. It can't happen. In the physical, I cleaned myself. But in my spirit, that same little 13-year-old girl who just wanted rescue, oh, she was still there. And she turned and churned in my belly for a long time. And if I did not, to this day, 30 years later, keep myself in a position of prayer, in a position of worship, in a position of submission to the one and only true and living God, Jesus Christ, she would still have dominion there in that broken place over my life. So I thought before I launched this book that maybe I'd get to know you a little bit better, and maybe you come to know me. There's so much to my story. There's so many layers, but I wrote it and I'm here to talk about it because every woman has a story to tell. And maybe yours will never manifest itself as a book or a play or a song or a dance, but it is in you, and it is important that it be told. And it may only be told between you and your therapist. It may only be told between you and a girlfriend that you trust with your life. But the reason I wrote the story is because there are so many out there that cannot speak about it. And it is detrimental to who you were created to be, to suffer alone, to suffer in silence. So I come forth because others have been a voice around this topic, and I just have the torch passed on to me, and my desire is to keep passing it on so that our children and our children's children, if they were to become victimized, they don't have to live in that abuse. Because you know what, Mom? Your daughter, your sons, they are living with the sum total of who you have become because of those things that have happened to you. And we don't have to stay in a victim posture, even if your outer layer doesn't look like what's going on inside. So I come before you to empower you and to plead with you to take a journey with me, because I'm convinced that somewhere in those pages, somewhere on one of these videos, somewhere in those Facebook posts, you're going to find your story and you're going to find your voice, and you shall become empowered to walk out the rest of your days as the true masterpiece that God has created you to be. So I thank you. I am honored that you join me every day at Divas Who Win there on Facebook in that community. I'm honored that this video and however many parts it ends up being will find their way onto your smartphone and into your living room, your cubicle at your desk, your car, your laptop in the midnight hour when there's no one you can call and there's no one you can text. I want to introduce you to the one who is the lover of your soul. I want to introduce you to the one that at age 26 I came to know in a personal relationship, and his name is Jesus. I want to introduce you to the one who heals broken hearts, who restores femininity, who delivers on dreams and promises. Oh, yes, he does. But it is a journey. It does not happen overnight. It starts with a seed being planted. And I hope that you will allow me to plant that seed in your life today. I look forward to taking this journey alongside of you. Some of you I've ran out in front of you, and some of you I'm a few strides behind you. And I say thank you to those of you who've already found your voice, and share your story with others so that they may be encouraged. So until next time, I love you, I encourage you, and I believe in you. Bye-bye.